Good morning, Sarah. I am so excited about this conversation. I am very interested in having conversations with very powerful technical women in our space. And so I have a few questions for you. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. I've been so
Okay.
excited for this. So thank you
I
for
am too.
asking me to be
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. Before we jump in, because I'm a woman and I just want to get down to it, let's take a step back. And why don't you introduce yourself?
I would love to. So, hello, everybody. Dr. Sarah Inman. I'm the Senior Vice President of Healthcare at Improv. So, we are a HCM and WFM consultancy firm. We do a little bit of everything, but my specialization area is healthcare, of course. It's what I do, it's what I know, it's what I love. But HR also is where I got my start. So, my team, back when I worked in the hospital, interestingly enough, was rolling up in the HR space. So I was a clinician who reported up through an HR team. So I've always lived and dabbled a little bit in both worlds. So I'm a workforce management practitioner who also has a SHRM certification, and I love living in both worlds. So when you reached out and asked if I wanted to be a part of this, I said, "Oh yeah, I love putting both hats
Yes.
on. I love
Yes.
to talk about the intersection of how women live in this space and what we do every single day." So
Hmm.
I can't wait to get into it and hear your questions.
Okay. Question number one. Sarah, from your perspective, why has HR historically been a woman-led space? And why do you think that is still true today?
So I think the conventional wisdom has probably been that HR is a soft skill, right? I'm using my air quotes here,
Hmm.
which I think is ironic because anyone who has ever had to have an HR-esque conversation knows that those are probably some of the most difficult conversations I've ever had in my career, my life, really.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
the discussions you're having with people that impact their lives, their livelihood. It's the hirings, the very exciting, here's your new job. This is, something that's going to impact you for the next 10 or 15 years. But it's the really, really difficult, especially working in healthcare. Hey, are you diverting meds from patients? Are you, misdocumenting or, doing something that you're not supposed to be doing? It's the firings, it's the
Hmm.
things that are not supposed to be happening.
Hmm.
So while it has conventionally, I think, been labeled a soft skill and something that, women would lean towards, it is a really, really tough gig.
Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. Okay. So, question number two. From what you've seen, Sarah, talk to me about how HR systems either support or drain women leaders.
So here's the thing. I think our typical HR systems drain women leaders. And I'm going to say women leaders and just leaders in general, because it's not set up for today's society. It's set up for 1950s society, not the society we live in today, where there's either equal share of labor or single parent households or
Hmm.
whatever it is that, like in 2026. So it is not just a drain on women leaders, it's a drain on everybody.
Hmm.
And, there's different structures and there's different home lives and there's different things that we need to do differently to support women in the workplace, not just in HR, but in general.
In general. Hmm.
The reality is, I think that can start with HR. So I know I'm answering your question a little bit differently,
I
but
love it.
sending it out almost as a challenge and a call to our women in HR, where we have an opportunity to impact that, to say, we got to shake it up. We got to do things a little bit differently. We have an opportunity to influence it. So why not us? Why not now? We know it doesn't work. And in HR, we're the ones who can identify these things. We see the burden. We see people leaving the workforce. We see people having to walk away from careers because what we do is just not working for them. It's not working for their family lives and it's impacting their careers in a negative way. We've got to look at this and say, we can do better for ourselves and we can do better for our people.
Yeah, I love that. So when we think about the work that we do, specifically as it relates to time and attendance solutions, can you talk to me about how those solutions can support the woman in the workplace?
My gosh, yes, this is my favorite thing to talk about. So we need to be looking at how we can leverage that technology to see meet people where they are, right? When are the peak times where we need them? Let's fill people in where we actually need them instead of working within this archaic model of, again, talking from the healthcare space, but
Mm-hmm.
oh, you got to be here from 7A to 7P,
Mm-hmm.
or you need to fill in this particular shift, or we have to do it this way because that's how we've always done it. Let's actually use the data available to us because of the technology we have available and say, let's fill in the gaps that actually
Yes.
exist
Yes.
and not fill in arbitrary gaps that
Yes.
have just always existed.
Having a technology that supports all of that so that you can increase the automation so that you can show up and be yourself and be a woman in the workplace, right? You can be a nurturer. You can do all those things that are soft skills without having to think about them because that's what the technology in our space, and that's what Zadons does, is support those technology organizations to be able to expedite that for us women. So like, I love that you made that point because I also feel the same way.
It takes the burden off of people who are doing the work and it gives you that time back. You can take care of your people. You can take care of the things that you need to take care of. You can do your day job. So you can get home to your family. You can go do the things that you need to do. And that makes such a huge difference because if you're spending your time on 9 million other things, you don't get the opportunity to do that. If you're stuck at your desk until 9 o'clock at night, and you don't realize what an impact that makes until you look up and I'm sitting in the chair in HR and I'm losing my job because I didn't meet any of my performance goals because I was busy dealing with staffing issues all year long. And that's the reality people are dealing with every single day. But there's
Absolutely.
technology out there that exists that can take care of those problems, but people don't realize it because they're too busy to even
Look
realize
up.
things out there
Mhm.
to help them.
Back to technology, and you think about technology supporting women. Give me one piece of technology that you use that generally makes your work life easier. And it doesn't have to be an HR tool, but it can be.
Automation is kind of the name of the game for me right now. So Process Street is a tool that I've been using because there's a lot of work that we're doing with hospitals around Joint Commission and figuring out how we can get as much stuff off of paper and into the cloud, get automated. It's incredible to me once I figured out how I can leverage AI, how I can leverage automation to get things out of my inbox, out of Teams, on my to-do list, onto my calendar. So that one tool has given me hours back in my month that I didn't have before.
That's
And
amazing.
when I've got two little boys and a husband at home, I've got stuff that I want to do with my life and I've got a business to run. So that one thing, just that automation piece, figuring out those little tiny pieces where I can get some of the clutter away from my life has been massive for me. So
Yeah.
automate, automate, automate everything I possibly can. I don't want to
Okay.
lose a human element. I'm never going to like automate my emails and take
Sure.
away my voice.
Your
But
personal touch, right?
exactly. But goodness gracious, I can automate putting stuff on my to-do list. I can let a
Yeah.
robot do that for me.
Yes.
So, and it's been a game
Yeah.
changer.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness. I need to follow up with you on that and see how I can incorporate that into my world as well. So as we wrap up, is there anything you want to leave our listeners with?
I would like to challenge everybody listening to just think about how we can be doing things differently. I feel like that's kind of been the theme of our chat. And it's a scary thought because we've got a lot on our plates. There's a lot to do. The easy button is just to continue doing it and put your head down and get the work done. Someone before us, some brave woman, decided that the easy button was just not the way to do it. And it's the reason you and I get to have this conversation. So, if not us, then who? If not now, then when? So that's what I want to leave everybody with. Why not us? Why not now? And who knows where we'll be 5 years from now, 50 years from now. So
All right.
let's do it, ladies.
Let's go, ladies.
That's right.
That's right. Sarah, Iman, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate our dialogue.